What's up, Kid Fisto Army? TBC here, back with another video, and today I am going to set a world record. Or, well, technically I already did set the world record. So yesterday's stream was me practicing to break the world record for fastest battle pack, 501st Battlepack build, speed run, any percent, no stickers. Keep in mind, no stickers. But all the figs needed to be built. They needed to have their weapons on them, weapons fully built. All the stud shooters needed to be built. But I had 5 battle packs to break a world record. Was there a world record before I started this? No. So I was going to break the world record anyways. But in the end, I did way better than I thought I would. So going into this, I actually thought that I would get like around 25 minutes for the battle pack. But straight out of the gates, I came with a flaming score of 15 minutes and 58 seconds. Now, compared to what my final time was, like my last attempt time was on my last battle pack, that is incredibly bad. Third attempt, I got 14 minutes, 19 seconds, and I was so psyched to have gone sub 15, which is like below the 15-minute mark. And then from that point on, I knew I could do sub 14. So next attempt, I was going hard. I was feeling great. I had Reese's Cups. I had drank like a bottle and a half of water. I was feeling super energized. But there was something messed up with the clock, and it didn't start and completely missed my first segment. So I split the battle pack up into 4 segments. 1, bag 1 minifigures. 2, the bark speeder build. 3, bag 2 minifigures. And then 4, the ATRT. There's this free app that I use called Live Split, and basically every time I hit the space bar, it would jump. So I knew what I was improving on, what I could improve on, and so on and so forth. But when I was resetting it, I didn't realize that I had to click it twice in order to actually start it. So you click it once to reset, and then you click the space bar yet again to start, but I only clicked it once, and so the time wasn't running. We win these. 12:59 live. Let's go! TBC, the timer messed up? How did the timer mess up? But going back and looking at the time that it took on the YouTube video, it took me 1 minute and 1 second for the segment that I did not get. I got 12 minutes and 59 seconds, which I was so excited about. And then everybody was spamming in my chat, who's gonna tell them? And I was like, you're joking, right? And so I had to add 1 minute and 1 second on, and so still broke my record. I was at 14 minutes, 0 seconds, and I think 52 milliseconds. That was brutal. That was gutting. That was awful. I felt so bad. But then I was hesitant to open my last battle pack. I didn't want to. I wanted to save it for something else. But I opened it. And good thing I did. I made sure everything was going. The past 2 rounds, my camera had shut off mid-round and I had to turn it back on. I made sure that didn't happen. I made sure everything was set up. Made sure that spacebar was working. Everything was working. And I went ham. I didn't talk the entire time. Before I show you the clip, I am going to challenge some people to try and beat my time. There are many people I am going to challenge. First 2 being SW Bricks and Figs and Coconut Brick Studios. I have 3 other people who I'm going to challenge. 1, the Brick Wiz. If the Brick Wiz is watching, or if someone who watches the Brick Wiz is watching, I challenge him to a 501st Battle Pack speed build. Sorry about this, but the audio cut out. The second person I'm challenging is Rich Boy J. And third is going to be all of you guys. If you guys beat my score, I will give you a shout out. Now, what you have to do, though, there are some major rules, and here are the rules. 1, you have to record yourself. 2, you have to use the exact same setup as I did using Live Split, and make sure that you get all of that down. It's a very good way to do speedrun things. That's actually what professional speedrunners do, is they use this program. You need to have the set sealed, and the second you start the timer, then you get to start opening it. It's not open beforehand. You don't already have an instruction manual in front of you. You have a sealed box. That's all you have on your table, and a keyboard, of course. You press start on the timer, and you go. No stickers. You don't have to apply stickers. Last thing I forgot to mention, you need to have the ATRT standing up, so you can't just have it laying flat. You need to turn the legs so it is standing up in the end. Now let's watch the clip of me with my winning record. Of course, I didn't say anything the entire time, so I'm going to speed it up, and I'm going to put some music over it, but let's go check it out. If you do not make the record, I will unsub. I already did make the record. 1419 is the most official record that we have. I technically got 14 flat, but it's not. It can't be verified fully. All right, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. So I know I was going to speed this up and put music on it, but I wanted to keep the clip in its purest form. If you guys want to speed up the clip, just click the 3 dots on the top right of the YouTube video and then select playback speed ×2. I pretty much don't say much this entire time unless I mess up and I start getting mad at myself. But yep, this is the record that I have. If any of you beat it, then kudos to you. Congratulations. But I will be working on my record as well, so if somebody beats it, I'm going to be trying to beat that person's record. So it's not set in stone if someone beats me, but enjoy the clip. So right up here, I messed up a little bit. I accidentally put 4 of these jumper plates down, which definitely took off some of my time because I was trying to multitask. And then later on, I actually have to take off the jumper plate, as you'll see. I also wasn't able to find one piece that took me a little bit longer, so we can probably shave off a couple seconds off my record. But yeah, like I said, the sub 1230 is my record, as you can see. I just took off the jumper plate there, but yeah, sub 1230 is what I'm going to go for after this. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. Anyways, I'll jump back in if I mess up any other times or want to commentate over anything else. So I actually mess up twice here. I had a lot of trouble with this axle piece, and then I fling this piece right onto the floor, or well, onto my lap. It was good that it didn't go on the floor, but definitely lost a second there that I could shave off next time I try this. Did it mess up again? Something doesn't seem right about it. I need to stop paying attention to that and just go. I think it messed up again. God dang it. Yep. One of these, right? Yeah. It's always the thing I forget. After these. So what just happened a second ago was that I thought the timer was messed up because I thought I was doing a lot better than I should realistically have been doing. Since I messed up, I took a quick peek at the timer and then I said, oh, is the timer messed up again? But obviously I didn't check chat, so I didn't know all the way until the end whether the timer messed up again or not. So I was clearly pretty nervous. Doing the bark speeder dropped another piece there, so we probably have about 3, 4, 5 seconds that I can shave off my time if that doesn't happen. Of course, you know, whether the speed also relies on like how lucky you are with how the pieces pour out in the bag. You know, if certain pieces are easier to see, if they're pointed in certain directions, it definitely plays a role. So there's obviously a bit of luck to that, and since you have to start with the thing sealed, you can't like set up the pieces the way you want to or anything like that. So there is a little bit of luck within this in having the pieces, you know, face the direction that's easiest for your eye to see. But fortunately this round it was actually pretty good. The pieces faced pretty well, or nice angle to my eyes, so I saw them easily. I was able to find pieces pretty easily, but again, flinging, I think I flung at least 3 pieces off of the table so far. And luckily that huge chunk that I flung off did not break, because that would have been devastating. By far the hardest part. So as I said, this is by far the hardest part. It's those two back engine things on the bark speeder. Definitely very hard to do because there's a lot of axle bits and it's not very well put together, and I have to shove that ski piece right onto one of those tire connector pieces or plates, and it always breaks. Never fun. Those two are definitely take the longest out of everything because most of everything else is pretty much long plates, bricks, stuff like that. But those two are definitely the hardest parts. So right here, I don't know if you just saw, but I hit the space bar, obviously not strong enough, and it did not update the bark speeder to bag 2 minifigs, but we make up for that later on, so we're running with the bag 2 minifigs. I'm pretty sure I noticed that this happened, and in the end, I have to click the space bar twice just to make up for it, but that doesn't affect the time at all. That was just user error. I didn't hit the space button. The timer never stopped, never paused, so all the time is still being accounted for. So what you're about to see is my best ATRT build of the night. I was averaging about 7 to 8 minutes, possibly even more than 8 minutes on doing the ATRT build, but this time I think I got sub 7 minutes on this ATRT build, which was really, really good. That was something that I never had done before in this stream. Hopefully I can bring that number down, but yeah, the ATRT is definitely the biggest part. It's the hardest part, but after doing 5 battle packs of practice, it certainly is a lot easier because you can do a lot more from memory versus with the instructions, but I still needed the instructions to guide me a little bit. Now, the hardest part of the ATRT build, as you guys probably expected, is the whole body part. Once the head and the body are done, it's kind of smooth sailing from there with the legs. I had the foot construction done completely in my memory, so I could do that without having to turn the instruction manual. So pretty much right after I finished the whole body, I didn't need the instruction manual anymore, and I could go from memory, and I could go really, really fast. But yeah, this is definitely going to be the longest part, but I still did great on this. I still remembered a lot of things, and it's definitely, you know, certain people are going to have certain ways to approach this build, and I found mine kind of naturally when I was just doing the building and like practicing and all that. But anyways, let's continue watching the clip. Sorry if you guys can hear my family. They're all starting slowly to go to bed. So, probably gonna hear my brothers being absolute monkeys. I think this one was a flop. This one's not going to turn out the way I want it to turn out, I don't think. These two, top, bottom, these two. So from this point onwards, everything was in my memory. All these pieces, I knew where they go. I knew where I needed to put them. So it was smooth sailing from here on out. And this is definitely by far the point where I was fastest in this entire build. So I'm using the instructions here for the leg section because some of the orientation kind of confused me, making sure I knew where all the pieces went and stuff like that was crucial. I swear to God, if my timer messes up again, I'm gonna be so livid. So once I had both of these feet done, I took a little peek at the timer and I saw what I was at. One of the main rules in this challenge is that you need to actually make the ATRT stand up. So as you can see, I did that. You can't just have it lying on its stomach, but I took a peek at the timer, saw all I had to do was put the plates on the dishes on the side, and I knew I had done a really, really good job. And I was excited to have gotten sub 13, but I was still suspicious that the timer didn't work. Did the timer mess up? So I guess I didn't hit button after second minifig. And so that was all on second minifig. The timer didn't mess up. Yo, did I nail sub 13? No way.